Alright guys, so started a new channel, Full Bearded Alchemist. Yes. I have a bunch of ideas, thoughts about, the things that I'm doing, and I want to have a conversation with people in a way that you can come and watch these videos and experience what I'm thinking about, and maybe through comments and a back and forth relationship, you guys could help me out with my own path as a student, of multiple skills, spirituality, life, just trying to figure some things out, understand what it is to experience life in a good way. So I decided to make a new, channel on YouTube, and I wrote down a bunch of stuff about, an introduction. Why am I making videos? I talked about it a little bit already. It's to share a student's journey. It's I know that when I'm watching videos, or when I have a set of peers that are learning something together, I really enjoy being able to learn with people. As a disclaimer, I don't know what I'm doing for most of the time. That's a big deal. I know I don't have a bunch of knowledge. I know that I'm looking for knowledge, but I know that it's not all there, and I'm trying to establish where I'm at. And I think the best way to do that is through physical experiments, actual action, the learning of skills, contemplation of ideas. These active things are the way we train ourselves to be a good student of knowledge, being able to be good at learning. There's something that you can do to actively try to get better at everything, including learning. So I want you guys to come along with me on the whole journey of figuring stuff out. And I'm going to talk about a bunch of stuff. I belong to a mystery school, the Divine Science Academy of Theurgy. It's a Neoplatonic school of philosophy and active occultism and spirituality. But when you say occultism, the image that's invoked is not. Go to thedivinescience.com and read about it, and the articles are cool. That's the school that I'm from. I'm going to try to keep everything that I'm talking about active, participatory. I think that's a word. I don't want you to come and watch these videos like you want to learn something. Watch these videos if you want to experience along with me, and I want to if you can add a comment or have something to say. I don't know what I'm doing and I need your help, and I want to encourage people to want to discover the things about themselves that make them experience life well. And a big thing about that is that you need to delineate, whether or not you know something. Where your knowledge lies, where your ignorance lies. And that's how you experience life. You come up this barrier of being between myself and life, and you have to engage that all the time in order to understand both life and yourself. And that's important, and I think that's what philosophy is about. And it's important as a structure of understanding yourself and the world around you. You need to be engaging this. Neoplatonic philosophy, there's a certain cosmology. We all can agree that it has to do with deriving all being from a single being. But Neoplatonism is so huge and in scope and thought, and it's had thousands of years of being refined and changed and separated, and stems into different types of philosophies and thinking and processes and applications. Most scholars just say Neoplatonism historically linked to a line of thinking over a period of time. That's the easiest way to define it, and then you study it yourself, and then you figure out how you feel about it. Knowledge is a big deal, and there's a lot of problems with knowledge when you start breaking it down philosophically. I don't really want to talk about that a whole lot because it's not applicable. The whole reason I associated the channel with alchemy is it's an active process. I want it to be, engaging. So when I'm looking at knowledge, I'm looking at what knowledge is as it applies to learning a skill or experiencing life, active things, usefulness in our lives, and that's when you can start breaking it down to where it's important whether or not you know a thing. What is knowledge? It's got to do with relativity amongst a group of perceptions of reality. When you're talking about an active knowledge, it makes it a skill. Excuse me. So when knowledge is applicable to something that you're doing, it makes it a skill. It's an active property. So some of the things that I'm going to be looking at when we're exploring, making different videos. I draw a lot, so I'm going to be putting time lapse drawings on there. Maybe talk about the drawings a little bit, my thoughts on symmetria and the ideas of beauty and the good, and proportion. These things that make art philosophical, make it engaging to your mind, make it active. It's not just active that you're looking at it. We'll talk about different skills that we can learn. We'll talk about doing some alchemy, only lesser circulation, just some plant alchemy, some beginner stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to be making videos with the whole setup. I have this ghetto setup of distilling out essential oils. I'm going to use that. I'm going to probably make some tinctures. We're going to be calcinating some caput mortuum. Extracting some salts, trying to figure out what we're doing from the beginning, so you guys can come along with me. Be doing some things, maybe some figuring out moving energy through the body, things where you're engaging with life. You're having these skills, either inner skills with meditation or outer skills with drawing, alchemy, cooking. Creating art in many ways, gardening. These are all things, herbalism, active skills of being and experiencing life in these various ways, engaging life. That's what the whole channel is going to be about. So, I just wanted to say hello, thank you. I'm going to make a bunch of videos. I'm probably going to be ridiculous. I'm going to ramble. People have been telling me they like to listen to me ramble, so I'm just going to not worry about all of this that keeps happening, and I'm just going to keep doing it and recording it until a bunch of people watch. It seems like fun. So let's go.